No one cares about your fantasy team. This is the time of year where everybody's showing everybody their fantasy team. Nobody cares. We all have one. We all have two. We all have three. And some idiots like me are doing 6. I exercised some self-control. There was a $100 buy-in league that my buddy called me up. He said, "Do you want to do it?" I really did. But I said, this is stupid. Why would you invest in another $100? You're in 3 dynasties, 3 regulars, and then you're doing 2 just for fun, helping other people out, no money involved. I was like, there's no reason for you to do this. Do not give in. And the better side of me won in that moral conflict. I decided not to do the fantasy league. I am, however, going to go over my teams just because it gives me an opportunity to talk about what I think about certain players. So, starting off here, I picked Josh Allen with my 4th pick. That's the highest I've ever picked a quarterback. I am very much of the mindset you get a sleeper quarterback because you never know what's going to happen with injuries. With that said, it was tempting, and I wanted to have an elite quarterback just because. I wanted one. So I picked him. Bijan Robinson was my first pick. I am so high on him. I think that he's going to be this year's Saquon. Caleb McGarry's injury, that hurts me a little bit. But that line, so good. And I think Bijan is going to be heavily, heavily relied on in both the rushing and the receiving game. TreVeyon Henderson, I typically try to diversify my portfolio, but as you're going to see throughout looking at my teams, I didn't do that this year. TreVeyon Henderson was my favorite running back in the draft. I thought he was better than Ashton Jeanty coming out. And I have not gotten him in a single fantasy league in any of my dynasties or any of these ones. I made sure I was getting him. And I got him. So he's there. Garrett Wilson. I don't love the quarterback situation. I think Justin Fields is atrocious. But he produced with Zach Wilson, Mike White, Brett Rippon, Tim Boyle, A-Rod, and they didn't get along. We're going with it. Keon Coleman, I like the quarterback wide receiver duo. I already had Khalil Shakir in some leagues, and he's obviously the safer bet. Keon Coleman, a little bit more upside, so I like that. Sam Laporta, dog. RJ Harvey, he's another guy. I'm not as high on him as everyone else, especially because I think J.K. Dobbins is a dog. But as a flex, not a bad option. I am old school, so this is a league that I'm a commissioner of. Any league that I'm in charge of, they have defense and we have kickers because I'm old school. I'm a traditionalist. Super flex, I have some of those in other leagues. I like my leagues that I run to be traditional. I don't like change. Texans defense, Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. coming off the edge. Derek Stingley, interception monster. You still have Jalen Petrie and Kamari Lassiter. That Texans defense is awesome in real life, and I think they might be awesome in fantasy football. Tyler Loop, one of the best.